Something is happening at Chelsea. Deal is getting done, names flying around, drama behind the scene. But as always, not everything is what it seems. Let's break it down. Like the video, subscribe. We're on our way to 3K sub and you don't want to miss this one. Chelsea gets it done. Joao Pedro is officially a blue. But trust me, this deal came with pure behind the scene dramas. Let's break it down properly. No PR, no filter. First reported by David Ornstein, Chelsea agreed a deal worth over £50 million with Brighton, personal term locked until June 2032. But the story is far from simple. According to reports, Newcastle even agreed a deal with Brighton to sign Joao Pedro, but his desire to play for Chelsea spoke louder, and the Brazilian made his decision in recent days. So while Newcastle thought they had him, Joao Pedro had one destination in his mind: Stamford Bridge. And it all comes down to Enzo Maresca's system. Technical quality, fluidity, positional intelligence, as highlighted by the Athletic. Joao Pedro off-the-ball movement ranked elite compared to centre-forward across Europe's top 7 leagues. Maresca's philosophy, as Juliana Lillo, Pep Guardiola's old assistant, famously said, the quicker the ball goes, the quicker it comes back. Maresca wants control, build-up, technical forward who can link. Pedro fits that blueprint. Jacob Steinberg even confirmed Joao Pedro is seen as a better fit than Christopher Nkunku and Joao Felix from Maresca's system. Just calling him a striker, Joao Pedro is more than that. He's a facilitator, a disruptor, practically intelligent forward, enhances those around him. According to tactical analytics and Chelsea scouts, he embodies the modern multifunctional number 9, capable of rotating across the front line. His 2024-2025 start at Brighton: 10 goals, 6 assists, Premier League proven, reputation for turning up in big games. But let's be real, I've said this before, I have my doubts. His goal output dipped compared to his breakout season at Brighton, and for £50 million, I expect more. Based on research and words on the streets, says he's the right profile for Maresca's. The player himself, he chooses Chelsea over Newcastle for a reason. And trust me, Chelsea are not done. Because according to ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are still looking at options for attacking positions. And he doubled down on his YouTube saying, I will not be surprised at all if Chelsea adds one more attacking player to their squad this summer. Look, I've been saying this. Madueke's future on the table, Arsenal is sniffing. Nicolas Jackson, Juventus, Napoli, even Premier League club cycling. Joao Felix, failure, Saudi Arabia move could happen. Garnacho and Rodrygo links won't be ruled out. So will Chelsea sign another attacker? 100%, but it depends on the outgoing. This window is moving fast, but don't be shocked if there's one more big attacking twist coming to Stamford Bridge. And speaking of attackers, the striker debate at Chelsea is far from over. According to Ben Jacobs, Chelsea are still discussing whether another forward is needed. Hugo Ekitike is one potential target. Whether they may move now depends whether Nicolas Jackson departs. And that's the real debate. Nicolas Jackson, frustrating inconsistency, but 13 goals in non-com for Chelsea last season, raw but unpredictable. Ekitike, after a messy PSG spell, went to Frankfurt and has had what many called a standout season. 22 goals, 12 assists, injury-free season, show glimpses of what a natural striker instinct Chelsea are craving for. And I'll be real, I like Ekitike, the talent is there, but like most of these young forwards, I have my doubts. Is he the 20-goal plus Champions League striker we need? Not convinced yet, but clearly the club is keeping tabs. Jackson's future could decide everything. And even with Jamie Bino getting and Joao Pedro locked in, Chelsea are not slowing down. According to Kenan Gill, Chelsea have not ruled out a move for West Ham Mohammed Kudus. However, the belief is they are likely to sell players before swooping in for Kudus, who is available for sale this summer. And Jacob Steinberg adds, Chelsea like that Kudus can play 3 positions across the attack, but it remains to be seen whether they go for another forward after completing Gittin and Joao Pedro. Now let's talk facts. Kudus isn't just hype. Chelsea have tracked him from his Ajax days before he moved to West Ham. Can play as a right winger, left winger, or centrally as a 10 or first 9. Ball carrying specialist, progressive dribbles, quick feet, technical IQ, physically strong, Premier League proven. Suits Maresca positional play, high press game. But yes, his number dipped last season. 5 goals and 4 assists in 34 appearances. Impact less consistent than his breakout season. For context, 15 goals and 7 assists, one of West Ham's best attacking outlets. But according to Kenan Gill, Chelsea explored a swap deal, players in return for Kudus, but sources at London Stadium says they are not interested in a potential trade. West Ham are asking for £85 million, but now talks of £60 million are emerging. Big drop, but still not cheap. But interestingly, if Kudus leave, the Hammers could target Kenan Drusby-Hall or Connie Chukwuemeka as replacement. Kudus offer tactical flexibility, already proven in the league. Numbers deep, but his quality remains. With Gitsin and Joao Pedro in, would Kudus complicate things or add another elite depth? Arsenal wants Noni Madueke. Let's get into this one because the news is heating up around Noni Madueke, and this could be a very tricky one for Chelsea fans. Reports coming from Germany Sky Sports and Plettenberg confirms that Arsenal has already made their move for Madueke. A concrete offer has been submitted, with the 23-year-old winger firmly now on their radar as they look to strengthen their right-hand side. But before we get carried away, Fabrizio Romano has clarified no official bid or proposal has landed at Cobham just yet. But what we do know is Noni Madueke is 100% on Arsenal's list. He's one of several profiles that are considering for that wide role, alongside likes of Rodrygo from Real Madrid, should the Brazilian decide to leave Bernabeu. So now, where does Chelsea stand in all this? Because let's be clear, this isn't a straightforward one. From what I understand, Chelsea aren't actively looking to sell Madueke. He's admired by Maresca, and let's not forget, when he's fit, there's a real talent there. Yes, the consistency is a problem, but when he's on it, direct, unpredictable, confident in those 1v1 situations, it gives us something different down that right front. But here is the reality check. Chelsea summer business could force their hands. If Chelsea goes and pull the trigger of someone like Mohammed Kudus, which we know is a serious possibility, then naturally question will be asked about squad depth and balance. Kudus can play up the right, inside, false nine, versatility is there, and if that happens, the club may have to make a sale to create a space and manage FFP. Newcastle is another team that is looking. They have been in the market for wide forward option since this summer, and Madueke has been discussed internally. But the strongest noise right now is coming from the red side of North London. Here is where it gets interesting. Chelsea could consider letting Madueke go, but only if a significant offer lands. The figure being discussed, 50 to 65 million pounds. That's the ballpark valuation. Personally, for me, I like Madueke, and I've said this before. The potential is there, but the inconsistency frustrates fans. But he's still young, still learning. Under Maresca, there is a belief his game can go to the next level. So for me, unless the offer is too good to turn down, I would keep him. But in football, money talks, and Arsenal has made their first move. So we have to wait and see how this one develops. But Chelsea fans, let me know. Do you cash in for 60 million, or do you even believe Madueke is long term? Now let's step away from Noni Madueke and move to Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku is set to leave Chelsea this summer. So let's get straight into this one, because this could be very, very interesting for around Christopher Nkunku and Chelsea this summer. According to Simon Johnson of The Athletic, Nkunku is now attracting serious admiration from Manchester United, as well as multiple clubs across Europe. And when you look at how this window has been shaping for Chelsea, that interest might be coming at exactly the right time for potential buyers. Now let's be honest, Nkunku's career at Chelsea so far has been a mixed bag. We all saw the excitement when we signed him, one of the most versatile, technical, gifted attackers in Europe, coming off a ridiculous scoring run at Leipzig. But unfortunately, injury has been the headline of his Chelsea career. Saying that though, credit where it's due. His recent performance in the Club World Cup has reminded people exactly what he's capable of. But here is where the situation flips. Despite that positive glimpse, multiple reports suggest Chelsea are open to selling Nkunku this summer. And let's not pretend it's a shock. The club are trying to balance the squad, clear space, raise funds for reinforcement in other areas. And with the expected arrival of Joao Pedro, suddenly you look at the attacking option and the picture gets crowded. So the reality, Nkunku might be the one sacrificed. Manchester United are desperate for attacking reinforcement, sees him as a potential creative spark, someone who can operate across the front line, link play, add goals. They are monitoring the situation closely, and trust me, clubs across Europe will do the same. He's only 26 years old in his prime, technical elite, and when fit, a serious difference maker. But it all depends on what Chelsea want to do. But for me personally, I rate Nkunku. It's a tough one. I think there is a player there, but availability is key. And if injuries keep piling up, you can't afford to build attack around him. It could come down to whether a big offer lands on the table. We'll wait and see, but this one, definitely a story to keep an eye on as the window develops. The Stamford Bridge saga just took another twist. According to Telefootball, Chelsea have held talks with the Mayor of London's office over building a new stadium. Reports confirm Chelsea recently met with officials at City Hall, following the public comments of Sadiq Khan, urging Chelsea to engage regarding option. Two key choices: leave the Stamford Bridge for Elscott, brand new site. Secondly, redevelop Stamford Bridge entirely. This isn't new, but talks are heating up. Stamford Bridge, iconic, historic, but outdated compared to Europe elites. Elscott's massive opportunity, but emotional for fans. Leaving the bridge isn't simple. The board knows for Chelsea to compete long-term, match revenue must increase. Modern stadium facilities essential. Club World Cup, Champions League, Premier League ambition all needs better infrastructure. But let's be real, this process, it's political, complex, and emotional for supporters. Personally, I want us to stay at Stamford Bridge. History, memories, tradition, but if only the path to true modernization is Elscott, the board has to be transparent with the fans. The talks with City Hall shows one thing: Chelsea are exploring every option. This isn't just speculation anymore, it's on the table. So what do you think? Stay and redevelop Stamford Bridge or new stadium at Elscott? Now this one hurts more than football stories. The news is official. Charly Musonda has announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 28 years old. The player wants tipped to be the next Hazard, a Cobham diamond, gone from the game too soon. It's about what injury can cruelly do to a potential. Signed by Chelsea at 15 years, one of the most hyped academic prospects of his generation. Ridiculous technical ability, close control, flair, a true Chelsea-style winger. But then, injury came. A devastating prostute ligament injury in 2018. Doctors said his chances of playing at elite level were 20%. Musonda fought, rehabbed, refused to give up. But after years of setback, short spells at Betis, Celtic, Vitis, Levante, but his body couldn't hold up. His dreams slowly faded. At 28, for too soon, Musonda calls his time on playing career. Seeing Musonda retire like this is painful. But he had it all: technical brilliance, Chelsea blood, the mentality. But injury can humble the best talent. His story is a reminder: football is brutal. Not every wonder kid makes it. But one thing is certain: Charly Musonda fought until the end. He defied the doctors. He gave everything into the game. So that's where we leave it for now. Gittins deal done, Joao Pedro deal completed, Kudus on the table. Stadium talks are heating up, and Musonda had breaking news. The market still wide open. Expect surprises. Squad changes still coming. The drama far from over. So that's the video here. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Glory.